hope you and your family are safe. So let me discuss about the scholarships, funding and fee payment to the universities today. Usually scholarships are of two types. We students can apply from our own country. Like in India, a few government scholarships are available for the students who want to study in abroad for most of the countries, not just for UK. I have provided few scholarships which I have known, and you can apply easily on the websites which are available just on Google. So I've given them in the description. Have a look, guys. So these are the basic scholarships which I know. If you guys know something more, you can just comment below so that it will be helpful for others. And be aware that most of these scholarships will be ended before your academic year starts. I have missed so many scholarships because I didn't know previously that they'll close them really soon. Like they'll open in around September, I guess, and they'll just close in December or January. So be aware, keep an eye on the deadlines, keep on checking them, when will they be open and what are the requirements they ask. Usually they ask for your academic merits, and just like if you have 75 to 80%, it's really good. You'll get a scholarship for sure. And a few are like loan scholarships. You get paid initially, you have to repay them, but you have to repay them after your education. You don't have to pay any kind of interest before completing. So these are the scholarships which will be available from our country. Now coming to the scholarships which UK provides are mainly based on your university, because university, go to the university website and you can see a big list of scholarships there. Every university has a great amount of scholarships giving away. We have to scroll down and we have to give some details that we are PG students or we are undergraduate students and from which country we are, because based on the country they'll be having different kinds of scholarships. For the local people, they have other set of scholarships. So just make a note of this. So how much do we get a scholarship? Maybe the university may start from providing a grant from £500, and they may also give up to 10 to 20,000 pounds depending on our course. In my university, few students even got a 10,000 grant also, and even few merit students will be granted a total fee waiver. Yeah, that is a really big thing, and of course I didn't get any grant, so that's okay. You just apply. Few universities and few scholarships you don't have to apply. Our application will be directly considered, only our university application, the application which we get, that we are selected, our unconditional or conditional offer, whatever it is, they'll directly put them into the application list for scholarship also. So you don't have to apply anything separately, and they'll mention that thing too on the website. Have a look on that. While applying to scholarship, we have to answer few questions, like they'll be asking us, why do you need a scholarship, and why do you feel we have to grant you a scholarship? Like, why will you be the ideal student for us to give a scholarship? Get ready to answer these questions. You just have to answer them within 150 to 200 words or something more than that, maybe 500 sometimes. And now comes to the funding. Funding is like the basic loan which we take from our home country. The government bank and private bank, there are two sectors, and we can apply for a student loan and a personal loan. Few people go for a personal loan, or most of the students take a student loan. So for a student from a government bank, a basic interest rate starts from 7 to 8%, and depending upon the bank, and if it's a private bank, it goes more 2 to 3%, which is around 10 to 13% in private banks, and even in some government banks it's 10 to 11%. It depends upon the branch of the bank, and it also depends on the amount you take. The amount of the loan which they grant you also depends upon our university. So basically what I have heard is our universities will be divided into three grades: grade A, B and C. like Oxford, Cambridge, and all the top universities come under A grade, and the B and C grade universities are a bit going down with their rank. So depending upon that, the grantors for a A grade university, you may get a grant of 60 lakhs or something. For a B grade, you get up to 40 lakhs, and for a C grade, you get up to 15 to 20 lakhs. And this is with an interest, but you don't have to pay any interest right away. Your interest will be calculated right at the moment they transfer you the money, but you just have to pay the all amount after you get a job or after you complete your education. So you don't have to worry till then, like even if it's 1 year or 18 months or whatever it is, until our graduation we don't have to pay anything. Of course there will be a collateral, so few banks accept agricultural lands as collateral, like the house, the properties, lands, anything. Make a note of this. This is just I have known from the people who have taken. Very rarely without collateral, a few banks can give you up to 7 lakhs I guess, but you have to maintain a bank balance around 10 plus lakhs in your account. If we want to go in a September, you better start applying for a loan just after you get a conditional offer, because it really takes time, and they just the bank guys, they have lot of paperwork and they have lot of students. Nowadays many students are coming to abroad, not just UK, but the whole abroad, like Canada, US, UK, every country is being filled with students coming, so the flow is just really high. So make sure you sanction your loan as soon as possible. It usually takes 2 to 3 months of time, unless you know someone personally from the bank. Just apply it as soon as you get a conditional offer, not just the unconditional, but the conditional offer can also work out. How much amount do you want to apply depends upon your fee and your living expenses. I am going to share you the details in the next video. It'll take really long time to explain all those things. Coming to the fee, now our fee can be paid in installments or all at once. So I have paid my fee in the installments, and initially they've asked me to pay a deposit. Most of the universities ask for a deposit just to make sure that we are going into that university, because we apply for too many universities and as the time goes we may change our mind. So they don't want to lose any student. It may start from £1,000. Few universities ask for 5,000 to 10,000 as a deposit. I mean the part of the fee. The deposit is always a part of your fee. My tuition fee was around 23,000 pounds. So they have asked me to pay a deposit of £1,000, which was deducted, and in my cash letter I have got 22,000 pounds to be paid. So that is a thing which will be reflected in your university fee account. So you don't have to worry that a deposit will be counted within your fee, total fee. If you have too much amount of deposit to be paid, you can ask for an extension of deadline until your loan will be sanctioned. So for this, what we have to do is we have to email the university continuously, like my situation is this, I can't pay 5,000 to 10,000 unless I get a student loan. So you can request them. If the deadline is too early, you can just request them. Also you can ask them that you wanted to pay a little amount, not the whole amount, but if they extend the deadline you can pay the whole amount. And if you receive any scholarship from the university, you can show them that I have received a scholarship and I don't have to pay anything, because most of the scholarships are given as the fee grants. So they'll grant or they'll just waive off the fee. That is the scholarship which they give. They don't give anything in person. Very few scholarships are given for the living expenses also, like people who live on at particular places in the student accommodations, the university accommodations kind of thing. Currently, what current situation is, due to the COVID, they are distributing some hardship funds which are granted by the government here, not the university. The government is transferring some funds to the universities and they are asking to distribute to the students, and the universities usually ask for the bank transfers and the transactions and everything of the past 30 to 40 days. So if you just provide the necessary documents, they'll grant you. And yeah, the amount is good. It starts around 500 to 1000 pounds, and it may go up to 2000 to 3000 pounds. And few universities have other grants also, like loan scholarships and laptop fundings. Like if any student doesn't have any laptop or anything, they just give a laptop as a loan, and you can use it throughout the year and just submit it to them. I think they may charge this. I'm not sure. I haven't taken anything, or I didn't know any students taking this, but I've read this on my university website. Our website is our guide, and if you don't know anything, we can just blindly email them. The student support centers are always open, and they'll just respond within 2 to 3 days, because they are the students who will be living on the campus and they can help us better. They have experience, so they may help us better. Just email them, and if they know, they'll tell you something which is not on the website, or else they'll provide you the links of the website. You can just directly click on the links and read everything. Make sure you're going to the right person and the right website. Don't follow different websites like other than the university. Just university website, and everything is given in that. Hope you guys find this video useful. This is Gayatri Niharika signing off. Bye bye.